Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Get me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome into the locker room with Billy Schwein and my locker room youth movement, producer Danny Ryan and the intern Andrew Leeds on a rainy, dreary Sunday morning. But we got a lot to talk about today, a lot of good stuff to talk about. And good morning, fellas. Intern Andrew Leeds, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing pretty well.
All right, man,
especially after that back-to-back wins yesterday. You know, it feels great to sweep a doubleheader for the first time. What feels like forever.
Yeah, right. You got your Phillies gear on, and you're ready to go. Danny Ryan, good morning.
Good morning, Billy. How we doing? I see another day of AG in the studio here today.
Yeah, man. Elijah Grace is in the studio with me now. AG, we did what's our routine again? What did we do this morning? Get up, stand up.
We go to Blitz's, and
what do I get?
And my dad gets freshly squeezed orange juice.
And we say hi to David Joe Newman, and we get that freshly squeezed orange juice. That's 12 ounces of liquid sunshine in a bottle it's for $4.99. But if you mention the locker room, you get it for $3.99. And look, I'm all juiced up. Got it?
Yeah,
I'm all juiced up,
but
bro.
I'm all juiced up. I'm all juiced up because the Phillies played really well yesterday, and we got a text board question, and we hope we get a lot of participation today. Danny, want to read the question?
Yeah, I'm going to throw it up on the StreamYard soon, so everyone who either is tuning in on StreamYard or is listening and wants to see the question can look at it. But the question is, what story is more important to the team's success after yesterday's win in the doubleheader, both wins? Bryce Harper's power surge, Yohan Rojas' electric debut, or Taijuan Walker's electric season turnaround?
All right, now last night, Andrew, my family was all gathered at my sister's house. My nephew Matthew and his son Hudson are leaving. They're going back down to the Atlanta area. So we're all watching the Phillies game. The whole family. It had to be 16 of us, right?
That sounds like awesome.
And after the game, they're all big Phillies fans. We're all big Philly fans, right? They're all like, Yohan Rojas is the big story. It's the emotional story, Danny. It's the emotional story.
Like you said before, instant gratification.
Instant gratification,
Yep.
right?
Mhm.
Andrew, the guy gets look, I'm happy for him, and it's a lot of fun. He lays down a bunt, a suicide or a safety squeeze bunt, gets a couple big base hits.
Don't forget him robbing that home run, his first play.
It's a great story, but to me, the big story for me is, how about Taijuan Walker? He's 11-3. Ready for this, guys? In his last 7 starts, my man's pitched 44 innings. He's only given up 9 earned runs. He struck out 43, 15 walks with a 1.84 ERA.
He's been outstanding.
Yeah.
I mean, he really started, and the thing is, he started off not bad, atrocious. He had close to a 6 ERA for a good amount of time there, and then all of a sudden, something just clicked. He got comfortable in the Philadelphia environment, and he has looked like an ace the past, I would say, 10 or so starts.
You're going to tell me, Andrew Leeds, that we all say good pitching outdoes good hitting, correct?
Yeah, I would say it's more important because, I mean, you can put up as many runs as you want.
Right.
If you're giving up more runs,
right,
then
exactly.
You score.
And it's a great story. Rojas is, come on, that's fun to watch.
Yeah,
but it's the beginning of a long, he's a young guy. He played AAA.
The Rojas story has the potential to be the most important. Obviously, if he's this consistently good for the rest of the season, and he's like the missing piece that this team needed, and, he's just like puts up all, great numbers the rest of the way, then yeah, sure, this would be the biggest story. But I agree, it's kind of like an instant gratification. We have no idea how this guy's career is going to be. It's a fun story.
It's a fun story. I get it.
It might be the most exciting in the moment story, but it's not the most important in terms of long-term success.
So let's open up the text board. 609-403-0973 is the text board. Of course, we went down the blitzes. Max was there. AG saw Teresa, Dave and Joan, and we walked in, and Max, everybody's talking Phillies.
I mean, they're the hot topic right now. I'll tell you what, it's nice to see the city and, just surrounding cities, greater Philadelphia area, talking good about them.
Right.
It's like every time it's like, oh, you think the Phils can turn it around? Oh, they have a 5-run lead. They might blow it,
Well, yesterday on this program, Mike Carlin was, starting to get a little concerned. It's July 16th, fellas. It's not like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Carlin's starting to feel it now.
He's starting
at that point.
Yes. Well, tell me, how were you feeling yesterday before the doubleheader?
No, I didn't feel great either. I just know Carlin, he's normally the cool collective.
That's
hey,
right.
We got time. But yeah, now that he's starting to feel that panic a little bit, now I know it's really getting real. But I mean, yeah, going into that doubleheader, sweep, I wasn't feeling great, losing the series. The last series before the All-Star break, losing the first game against San Diego. But I feel infinitely times better after that sweep.
After that doubleheader yesterday, and it was cool because after the show yesterday, Eliza Grace and I headed right down to the beach. We're all listening to the game on the radio, which is cool. Scott Fransky and Larry Anderson. Right, Eliza Grace? Come here, over here. Weren't we all listening to the Phillies game on the beach?
Yep.
Yeah, we were watching, listening, and they're trailing, and then all of a sudden, Schwarber hits a bomb. He hit a home run in game one.
Yep.
Right?
I think it was a solo shot in game one and a 3-run bomb in game two.
And 3-run bomb in game two. And it's next thing you know, it's 5. It was 5-4, and then it went to 6-4, and they get the win. Ranger Suarez, I thought, pitched well.
That was a come from behind victory as well.
By the way, that is the Phillies earned their 18th come from behind win this season, and their 28th game in which they've scored 6 or more runs. The Phillies have won 24 of 28 games this year in which they have scored at least 6 runs and have won their last 7 such games.
And they didn't turn it around in that game, in the first game of the doubleheader, with the long ball. It was a bunch of singles. Bryce Harper single, Trey Turner single, playing small ball, getting guys in. They were down 4-3 in the 8th, and then all of a sudden they turned it around. They woke up, and I'll tell you what, it was nice to look down at my phone and see a notification. Trey Turner singles, RBI.
Absolutely.
Come on.
Really quick before we move on from that, how about that hustle from Bryce Harper on that single that he had? I mean, the fact that he not only drove in the run but was safe at first, that was the perfect hit to pop it up in the air just long enough for him to reach the base being safe. That was a heck of a play.
And in game one, that when Bryson Stott and Nick Castellanos crash into each other, I mean, could you imagine?
To end the game.
But I mean, could you imagine if that ball drops?
I was actually a little pissed off.
We'd be like, could you imagine what we'd be doing today?
This is like the definition of Phillies fans or just Philly fans in general, because we won, we swept the doubleheader, but I was actually pissed off at that play because I was really
also
mad.
Pissed off.
Why don't you call it?
Game 2, Trey Turner gets picked off at first base.
Yep.
I mean, it's just like there's no reason for that.
Yeah. And it looked like from the original angle, he might have had a chance to be safe, but they didn't have a separate angle in which you could have shown to get conclusive evidence.
Right.
So that was the 3rd time he's been picked off this season already. So
609-403-0973 is the text board. The question is, what story is more important to the Phillies' success? Bryce Harper's power surge, Johan Rojas' electric debut, or Tijon Walker's season turnaround where he leads the league with 11 wins? He's tied with Strider and Callahan, I believe?
Zach Gallen.
Zach Gallen, I mean?
Yep.
All right.
And that's impressive. Zach Gallen started the NL All-Star game. He was the NL starter, so.
609-403-0973. Of course, we're streaming live. You go to my website, thelockerroom.BillySchweim.com, and we have a great website. You've done a great job with it, Andrew.
Thank you.
We have the article page.
Yeah, which includes now your every week articles and Michael Doktorowicz's twice a week columns, which have been great. He's doing a great job
so far. They've been a great read. I told him let's keep it under 400 words, but we're short and sweet.
He's doing a good job with 400 words.
He really is. He's getting his point across. Of course, I have my articles written there that I do for 97.3ESPN.com, and then we post them on my website. If you go to the website, you can also see the YouTube channel there.
To stream live without even having to click anything. You might have to unmute your audio, but that's about it.
All right.
And then we got all the interviews. We got some good photos,
articles, photos.
We have a merch shop up there if you're interested in buying any locker room.
By the way,
t-shirts.
we've got more shirts on the way. We're going to do this standard white, but we're also going to have Kelly Greene this year, fellas.
Kelly Greene.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to have to get one of those.
On the sleeve, absolutely.
Hey, all I got to say is before that hits the market, you better be hooking your boy up with one, all right?
As somebody who works for the Eagles, let me tell you, everybody's asking about those Kelly Greens every single day.
We're gonna have them. As a matter of fact, they're already up. They're already getting printed, so we're ready to go. Hey, we got a great show lined up today. Of course, every Sunday during the baseball season, we go on the mound with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene, brought to you by the John R. Elliott Hero Campaign for designated drivers, reminding you not to drink and drive and to always have a designated driver. Then hour 2, we'll get into a little Sixers talk. But, guys, do you realize it's only 9 days away from training camp?
Oh, man.
9 days, July 25th.
It's also 9 days away from my mom's birthday.
9 days away from your mom.
Happy early birthday,
Mom.
Like Andrew, you're working with the Eagles as an intern this year.
Yeah, I'm working as a merch staff member.
Okay.
So I'm also working in the main pro shop. I don't think I'll be there for the training camp days. I don't think I was scheduled for any of those days, but I will be there working the open practice.
I was going to say open practices, you're there.
Yeah, that's less than a month away. So
all right, very good. We got Phillies, we got Sixers, we got Eagles talk coming up. I want to remind people the first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts that will help you through the entire process, from contract signing to closing, from the shortest center city and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give the Ocean City office a call at 609-399-1227. Hey, there's a new wind blowing at Maserati, the main line. The all-new Maserati Gregale midsize SUV has officially arrived. Stop by Maserati, the main line, located in Devon, PA, just minutes away from Center City, Philadelphia, to experience it for yourself. With class-leading space, advanced driving and technology features, the Gregale makes every journey a thrilling experience. From your daily commute to weekend road trips, the Maserati Gregale elevates every moment into something truly special. Test drive the all-new Gregale for yourself and experience how it makes every day exceptional. Visit them online at motml.com or give them a call at 484-804-4800. That's 484-804-4800. Ask for Michael Pileggi to schedule your test drive today. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker room with Billy Schweim and my locker room youth movement, Danny Ryan and Andrew Leeds, right here on 97.3 ESPN.
This week on Sunday Night Baseball.
Way back on its way. Shohei Ohtani wasting no time.
It's a showdown in the American League West. Shohei Ohtani and the Los Angeles Angels go head-to-head with Jose Abreu and the Houston Astros. The Angels and Astros on Sunday Night Baseball. Coverage begins at 6 Eastern on ESPN Radio.
This is the play-by-play home of Sunday Night Baseball, exclusively on 97.3 ESPN FM.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Grimes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Grimes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Grimes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Randazzo's Pizza, there's one right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson & Sons for electrical, they're number one.
60
privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop, opt out. Go to nomoredraftywindows.com for full offer details.
Attention all homeowners. Do you know when to replace your windows? Feeling too hot or cold? It's time to replace. Fog between the glass. Time to replace. Spending too much on expensive energy that literally goes out the window? It's definitely time to replace. If you've put off replacing windows in your home because it's too expensive, here's great news. You can now get a free in-home window consultation and free price quote from Renewal by Andersen, the company with the most 5-star reviews among leading full-service window replacement companies. And right now, you can save $359 off every window and $887 off every door. Just text PLACE to 200-300 for your free consultation on top-quality affordable windows or patio doors for $0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for a year. That's right, you don't pay a dime for an entire year. Plus, save $359 off every window and $887 off every door. But hurry, these big dollar savings end this month. Text PLACE to 200-300 right now. Text the word PLACE to 200-300. Don't wait, text PLACE to 200-300.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Tom's River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, my Locker Room youth movement. Producer Danny Ryan, the intern Andrew Leeds, to give us a fresh approach to sports, Philly sports here in the locker room. As I tell you guys, get off my lawn with those thoughts. But you guys, it's a rainy, dreary Sunday. I don't know if the Phillies are going to get a ball game in, but you hate to see a rain out after winning 2 games doubleheader like that.
Especially when Zach Wheeler is supposed to be on the mound for them today. I mean, he's over the Padres in his career so far.
Looking at the statistics and yesterday's box score, Kyle Schwarber went 2 for 5 in game 1, and he's raised his average to 189. Just maybe putting him in the DH role might be just what he needs to straighten himself out, Andrew Lee.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about, his off and on struggles in the field anyway. I mean, he's not the perfect fielder. So getting him maybe to not have to spend any of his energy doing that, maybe that's what he needs to, Because, I mean, yesterday he didn't just hit some homers, but he also had that huge RBI.
Yeah,
single.
He hit a single, too. I mean,
that I believe gave us the lead in the
he had 2 RBIs in game 1, and he had 3 RBIs in game 2.
Yeah, so he's
5 RBIs in the – I mean, that's pretty good, right?
I don't know if you saw his reaction after that RBI single, too, but the home run, he's
How about
used
the
to
reaction?
home runs.
Well, I was just you're getting into my head there.
What's up?
How about the reaction when Harper hit his home run? Did you see him go after Harper and give him the hugs?
That was awesome.
But the look of the smile on his face,
they're having fun again.
Ear to ear, they were having fun.
They're having fun again, Billy. And when you're having fun, you're dancing on your own, and you're getting to the playoffs. You're dancing your way to the playoffs on your own. But what I wanted to say was, did you see his reaction after the RBI single? Because he's used to hitting home runs, 25 on the year. But after the RBI single, he was at first base with Paco Figueroa, the first base coach, and he was just ecstatic because he doesn't do that a lot. Yeah. He doesn't, hit singles or doubles with runners in scoring position a lot. 1, because he leads off, but 2, he's such a power hitter. He loved it. He loved it.
And that's what's important. It's not just hopefully it's not just power, and he can get that the average is an arbitrary stat.
But he can't be at 189.
Exactly.
I mean, if back in the day, if you hit 240. You were considered, but he's hitting home runs. Yeah, you can't hit on the Mendoza line.
Yeah, I need him to be at least a little bit above the Mendoza line. 200, 205. That's where I need him to sit.
Face a little bit.
Exactly, and at that point, the homers make up for it. But when you're batting 180, 170, back in the dog days, it was 160, 150 for a little bit. It was rough. That's when we were really panicking at that point. But ever since June, he's turned it around. Hey, by the way, is it time for the Bryce Harper home run?
Yeah, let's hear that replay.
All right, here we go. Call me crazy, but I just got chills a little bit.
I did too. Yeah. And you know what? Everybody in the house, they said the whole family was around the TV. Like everybody knew exactly the date that he hit his last. Everybody said Like, simultaneously, everybody said,
Yep.
that's the first one since May 25th.
I mean,
and I think you said the same
I
thing.
did.
with
I
your
did the
piece.
exact same
Like,
thing.
everybody knows.
We've been saying it like every week on the show.
Right.
Real quick, how about Dirty Craig Kimball
Oh,
catching
yeah.
that ball?
How about that?
I saw
Dirty
Bryce.
Craig. Why do you call him Dirty Craig?
I think that's his nickname.
Is
I've
that
seen
right,
others.
Dirty
I've seen
Craig?
others call him Dirty Craig.
Oh, I mean, what timing as well. Phillies lineup has dropped. If they get
Okay.
through
Oh,
this
wow.
game, it's not rained out. Leading off, Kyle Schwarber in left field. Trey Turner at shortstop batting second. Bryce Harper at DH batting third. JT Realmuto in the cleanup spot batting fourth, obviously catching. Bryson Stott batting fifth, playing second. Brandon Marsh in right field, so Nick Castellanos gets the day off. He's batting sixth. Drew Ellis at third base batting seventh. Derek Hall at first batting eighth. And Yohan Rojas, 3 straight games for the youngster, batting ninth in center field
Comes
with
right
Wheeler
up
on the
from
mound.
Double-A, and look, he looks like he's really athletic.
Yeah,
I mean, that throw, he doubled up that guy after that great, brilliant catch. He's a 5-tool player, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously we haven't seen like him, like his power hitting yet
Or
or,
his
anything
stealing,
like that.
but I mean, I think he's got all those all those
it seems
attributes.
like it. Yeah. So I mean,
Absolutely.
yeah, if he can be that consistently good, then that I could see that being the most important storyline
All right,
of those 3 options.
609-403-0973 is the text board. What story is more important to the Phillies this year or to their success? Bryce Harper's power surge, Yohan Rojas' electric debut, or Taijuan Walker's season turnaround and getting his 11th win?
I don't think I've said what I think is the most important out of these 3 options. I'm going to go with Bryce Harper and his power surge because when he's, clicking, when this lineup already is clicking aside from Harper, I mean, he's still doing great. He's batting 300, 400. He's batting essentially like Luis Ariz, but 88 points lower in his batting average.
Right.
If you can get him clicking with the power, that meshes together this entire lineup, and then it coincides with if his elbow gets healthy and he starts hitting for more power, he's getting strength back in that elbow. He can play first base, as you guys told me off the air, probably by the end of next weekend. So that's huge.
Intern Andrew Leeds, what do you think about the fact that Bryce Harper had 4 days off? He didn't pick up a bat. Was supposedly, not a game, obviously. I don't know if he was doing some work off the field, but he got away from the game for 4 complete days. Do you think that helped him?
I think it did. I mean, I think we're seeing that in his play. I mean, yesterday, obviously, he didn't play most of the first game. At the end, and he hit that huge single.
Right.
And then yesterday, he hit his first home run in a while. I think that was important. I mean, I don't think that's necessarily a fix all for everybody. There's some guys who probably they do need.
Well, sometimes just taking a step back and getting away when you're like constantly, it's a grind.
Yeah.
Just take those 4 days off to just get away from the game.
And especially recovering from all the injuries he's been dealing with. I think it was huge. Hopefully that keeps it going from here on out.
609-403-0973 is the text board. The question is, what story is more important to the Phillies' success? Bryce Harper's power surge, Yohan Rojas' electric debut, or Taijuan Walker's season turnaround with his 11th win last night?
And while we're at it as well, Tommy Greene is on the way soon at 10:30. So if you have a question for Tommy Greene, send it to the text board.
Send it to the text board, 609-403-0973. 609-403-0973 is the text board if you have a question for Tommy Greene. Also, the question is, what story is more important to the Phillies' success? Bryce Harper's power surge, Yohan Rojas' electric debut, or Taijuan Walker's season turnaround with his 11th win, who's tied for the league lead with Strider and Galen.
That is incredible.
The one thing I think we forgot about the second game of the doubleheader yesterday, too, was before that Kyle Schwarber 3-run bomb, there was already a runner on base, but Yohan Rojas had picked up his first major league hit. I have that audio if you want me to play it.
That.
I just love hearing the crowd into it, too.
Yeah.
And here comes the Schwarber bomb.
Guess what, guys? I love Scott Fransky's voice.
Yeah.
I love his inflection, his call.
He's so relaxed.
He's it's hard to follow Harry Callis.
It is.
It really is.
It's incredibly
He has
hard.
done a brilliant, magnificent job.
He's made a name for himself.
Yeah, and I think it's he and Larry Anderson work well together. What do you guys think about Stocker on the radio?
I enjoy him. I mean, I think they always, you try to get that former player in there. Obviously, LA, a former player, but a bit of a younger attitude, a youth movement mindset. But, a former Phil and Kevin Stocker, I think, he can be funny at times, provide good insight. But, that first year of broadcasting, it's always a little bit shaky for the new broadcaster. So, he's definitely felt comfortable, but next year he'll start to feel his voice a little more.
What do you think, the intern?
I kind of agree. I mean, I think it's always good, to have that former player. I mean, we see Crookster.
Last year they ran about 3 or 4 different guys in there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it seems like they finally found their footing and, know what they're going with. And I think it, again, kind of similar to what Danny was saying, that, it might not be perfect yet, but I feel like it's getting to that point where it feels comfortable. It feels like it's what it should be. He's not Crookster yet in terms of a former player,
right?
But he does bring some humor. He brings some energy.
All right, a lot of has been written about what the Phillies need. What are their needs? The trade deadline is August 1st.
Yeah, it's approaching.
Danny, you were saying to me, hypothetical trade. You go ahead and talk about it, and we'll react to it.
St. Louis Cardinals, the GM of the St. Louis Cardinals, has come out to say they are going to be sellers at this year's trade deadline on July 31st. And, well, they have 2 pretty prized pieces. Nolan Arenado at third base and Paul Goldschmidt at first base. And Nolan Arenado, for some reason, there was a little report that said he might be the Phillies might have some interest in acquiring him. And
he's 31 years old.
32
years old.
He's under contract.
He's locked up until 27.
Yep. So we're locked up for an additional 4 more seasons after this one. And you'd have to give up Alec Boehm, unfortunately, in order to get a guy like Nolan Arenado. With what Boehm's been able to do, he's been able to turn his career around. My question to both of you is, and I asked Billy off the air, I never really got a concrete answer, but would you guys give up Alec Boehm
for the radio?
Would you guys give up Alec Boehm for 4 years of Nolan Arenado with his defense and bat?
It's a tough decision for sure. I think, honestly, it seems like this team is turning things around. I feel like I would just keep things put where they're at. I love Alec Boehm. He's actually my personal favorite Philly, even though he's not.
Alec Boehm's your favorite?
He's not. I know he's not the best. He's not who I think the best Philly, but he's my personal favorite. I just like his energy and his whole personality and all that.
So you're a no.
I would say no, but if it happened, I wouldn't be mad. I would understand it. I'd be okay with it, but I would just say personally, I'm not clamoring.
I'm a definite no. And I'll tell you why.
All right.
He's young. He's young. He's part of the daycare.
Yeah, the daycare.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think a good team has great balance of savvy veterans and youthful, the youth movement, the youthfulness of the daycare. And I think he's gonna be a good player.
I agree with you. And I think my thing right now is, obviously you'd like the big ticket, you'd like the shiny new toy in Nolan Arenado for an additional 4 years. But Alec Boehm, after what he's been through, saying I bleep and hate this place.
By the way, my nephew bought a shirt up at the
oh, that's awesome.
Up at the
I've
bank.
almost bought that.
Have you seen that shirt?
Yeah.
It says I have blanket.
Yeah.
It's in powder blue.
What he's gone through to go from that, then to turn his entire season around last year and be a great third baseman for us. I agree with you. And you need a balance of the savvy vets and the young guys, and you need that camaraderie. And I just from watching the video that I played from the audio on YouTube, they were so happy in that dugout.
Man.
I mean, it's starting to feel like October again, like September.
Yeah.
They're getting that vibe back. So if you remove a guy like him, I think it could really detriment the culture and the chemistry. So, I've been kind of going back and forth in my mind, but I'm going to agree with you both. I'm going to say no.
Because I think when you first walked in here, you were seemed like you were going to.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's nice to think about the shiny new toy you can
Andrew,
have.
He is a star. He's a bona fide star.
All right. 609-403-0973 is the text board. What story is more important to the Phillies' success? Bryce Harper's power surge, Johan Rojas' electric debut, or Taijuan Walker's season turnaround with his 11 wins, which leads the NL. 609-403-0973. The first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shore to center city and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you in 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give the Ocean City office a call at 609-399-1227. All right, when we return, We'll go on the mound with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim and the Locker Room Youth Movement. Producer Danny Ryan and the intern Andrew Leeds right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Coming up on the next edition of the Sports Bash with Mike Gill.
Hey, it's Mike Gill. Coming up on Monday's show, we'll recap the Phillies weekend against the San Diego Padres. We are getting closer to Eagles training camp and the latest news on James Harden. All that, the weekend recap and more. Mike McGarry joins me at 2:45. It's the Sports Bash Monday.
The Sports Bash, weekdays from 2 to 6 on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Call and again and again. Call and again and again.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
Do you want to get in shape and feel great and look better on the beach? At Local Gym and Fitness, located at 908 Asbury Avenue, you can accomplish your goal. 4 local guys with a passion and experience in fitness wanted to open a gym that delivers a quality, hospitable, clean, and friendly environment. Don't be intimidated. Be a local. Local Gym has the best equipment around with 4 fully loaded Olympic and CrossFit platforms, Jacob's ladders, Stairmasters, bikes, and ergs. Local Gym and Fitness provides quality trainers to lend their expertise with all your training needs. They're open 7 days a week. Memberships are affordable. So be a local at Local Gym and Fitness. Call them today at 609-545-8732 or go online at localgymandfitness.com. I'll see you there.
Yo, Biff, this one still needs to be vacuumed.
The service at Chuck's car detailing business is spotless, but new word of mouth recommendations leave him short of hands.
They don't have an appointment? Just get him in line behind the pickup truck. I'll stay for another couple hours and get it done tonight.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Our hiring platform instantly connects you with quality candidates, and you can schedule and conduct virtual interviews right from the Indeed dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Which Nature Valley camp are you in? Classic with oats and honey crunchy bars? Sweet with chocolate crunchy dipped granola squares? Or Camp Savory with new shockingly snackable savory nut crunch bars? Try them all to decide. Nature Valley.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schweim, my Locker Room Youth Movement. Producer Danny Ryan and the intern Andrew Leeds here with me on a rainy Sunday, a little dreary Sunday, but we need the rain. The weather's been great. Right now we have a text board question up. What story is more important to the Phillies' success? Bryce Harper's power surge, Johan Rojas' electric debut, or Taijuan Walker's season turnaround, league-leading 11 wins, 609-403-0973. Now it's time to go on the mound with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene, brought to you by the John R. Elliott Hero Campaign for designated drivers. A reminder you not to drink and drive and always have a designated driver. Sign up now for the 12th annual Hero Walk and Run on the Ocean City Boardwalk Sunday, October 15th. Go to herocampaign.org to register today for the Hero Campaign's biggest fundraiser and help them prevent drunk and impaired driving. That's herocampaign.org. Let's go to the Maserati, the Mainline Sports Hotline. and welcome in former Phillies pitcher and our good friend, Tommy Greene. Good morning, Tina Greene.
Good morning, guys. How are you doing?
Well, you know what a difference a day makes. You know, you get 2 big wins in a doubleheader, and we're dancing on we're
dancing on our own.
We're dancing on our own.
I know that's you, though, Billy. We needed those wins yesterday. I was telling somebody yesterday. I said they need to win both games today. They got to find a way to do it because they were on a little bit of a slide going into the All-Star break and then lose coming out of the All-Star break. So it was good to see them take that first game and then cap it off with the win last night.
All right, Tommy, we have our text board question. What story is more important to the Phillies' success? Bryce Harper's power surge, Johan Rojas's electric debut, or T.Juan Walker's season turnaround is league-leading 11 wins. Now, he's in his last 7 games, Tommy, 7-0. His last 7 starts, 7-0, 44 innings pitched, 9 earned runs, 42 Ks, 15 walks with an ERA of 1.84. What says Tommy Greene?
Oh, man. I mean, you hit on 3 things that is the team. It's awesome to see them doing that. But the one that stands out is obviously the pitching. Pitching's going to win it for you in defense. So pitching to see Mr. Walker do what he's doing is exactly what the Phillies need. Somebody to be hot like he is, and like that, and give the chance for the rest of the guys to get, to find their stride a little bit more. Noah, Wheeler, and keep fighting that battle and hopefully find that consistency we need them to do. Hopefully it starts today with Wheeler.
See, Tommy, last night my whole family, like 16 of us, are sitting around the big living room watching the TV, and after the game, I said that question to my family. They all of them, everybody said, no, Johan Rojas's electric start is more important. I'm like, oh, it's great to see, and we obviously like that he's having a great debut, but that can change. Baseball, that can change in a moment, and people get emotional. I think what Walker has done, I think, is solidified this pitching staff, who in the beginning of the season, they didn't have good numbers. They, as a complete unit, they've turned it around.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and we've talked about it all year, what the importance of pitching is. And it's great to have offense. Everybody wants to see offense, and that's what, say to speak, the kick's big, right? They love the offense, love the home run, love the run scored and stuff like that. So what it comes down to is pitching. If you're letting in more than you're driving in, you're losing.
Absolutely.
So when it comes down to pitching and defense, and to have somebody that's rolling like that, but you really we really need to keep it going and find ways to keep whoever it is, the combination of any 3 guys going good each time around the rotation, that we can find a way to win those 3 games. During that 5-game span, you're winning. And it adds up at the end of the year. You start separating yourself from other people because you're winning 3 out of 5 games every time, and every now and then you might win 4 out of 5. Yeah. So I mean that's what we need to happen. And to get on that consistent roll with the rest of the guys. Ranger Suarez pitched well. I mean, he's had that knack of giving up the long ball or walking a couple guys in the wrong spot, and it's the last 2-3 starts it's caught him. But we found a way to help him out and overcome that. And that's what a team does.
Hey, Tommy Greene, this is Andrew Leeds, and back to the side of the ball that the chicks dig, as you put it. So Bryce Harper obviously ended the drought last night. He got that home run. That was one of the other sides of the question. About
And also Schwarber. I mean, Schwarber got off the schneid kind of.
Yeah, Schwarber has had a great
5
outing.
RBIs in the last.
Got a base hit.
5 RBIs in 2 games, Tommy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my question.
He actually got a base hit other than a home run.
Yeah. I know. We were talking about that a minute ago. So my question is, you say the pitching is more important, but how important do you think it is for Bryce Harper to start heating up on the offensive side of the ball, getting that long ball going like he did yesterday?
Well, I love the long ball. The guy's hitting 300. I'd rather see him hit with runners on, no matter if it's a home run. I'd rather see him gap to gap, driving the ball, hitting it hard. It's going to happen. As long as he's hitting the ball hard. You can't try to hit home runs. You got to let it happen. He put a good swing on the ball yesterday and see what happens. He didn't try to lift it out of there. that ball was smoked. You know, he hit that ball. That was more of a line drive type home run than one of those big arching ones up there, you know, that you're trying to lift and majestic style. That was, he hit that ball hard. And that's the product of him doing the work day in and day out, trying to stay on the ball, not pull off of it, and put a good swing on it, and hit those type of line drives. Just hit it hard, staying up the middle. If he's staying up the middle like that and not pulling off of it, he's going to do some damage. He can get hot because he's not going to do nothing but get stronger, I think, towards the end of the year, you know, when his army, because he's still not that far off that big surgery, you know, but you know, he's working hard and playing and swinging every day and rehabbing, trying to get on the field. You know, you got to take your days off sometimes and let it rest. Sometimes that day off is a huge thing sometimes. So it's going to be interesting to see if he can keep it up and keep that stroke going like he did yesterday. That swing is right where he needs to be right there. If he can duplicate that.
Tommy, I've been thinking about the past few days, and, you know, this Phillies team, they have more than enough talent. They obviously have more than enough money invested into this talent to be a great team and, you know, even win the division if it weren't for the juggernaut Braves. But, you know, we've been talking about Kyle Schwarber needing to move to DH, and when you saw him at DH in the first game, I mean, it really looked like this team was clicking. Do you think that once Harper gets to first and Kyle Schwarber full-time goes to DH, that this team doesn't need any more help, or do you think that they need to target one or two guys at the deadline? Personally, I think when he's at the DH, they're fine. I mean, maybe you get another arm in the bullpen, but what do you think? Do you think they need to pick up somebody on August 1st?
Well, that's going to be sort of a wait and see. They want to see when Harper gets there to see how things are going to go with him. Obviously, defense. I think he'd be fine. Harper's an athlete. You know, they've been working with him and doing. He grew up as a catcher and a third baseman.
Yep.
You know, he's played the infield before, you know, but he hadn't been there in a while, and it takes a little bit. So they're working him pretty good over there to try to get him ready. And then, as far as, you know, when that sort of happens, who do they put in left? You know, while he's doing that, you know, are they going to stick with Rojas while he's up there, or depending on Pache how bad his injury is and how long it takes him to come back? Whoever steps up to the forefront, you know, if they're doing the job and we're winning, why would you go do anything and do anything unless something presents itself, maybe in another position, you know, they pull the trigger to get something. But, I mean, it could be a pitcher too, don't get me wrong, to make a difference, because you never have enough pitching, you know, if something happens. We're still short. We got two of our main guys. We in our bullpen expect, you know, so it comes down to pitching. You never know about a starter that comes online that's got some experience down, you know, when stretch time comes, that's had a track record of doing things and that won't cost the farm, you know, and we got a chance to maybe do something with you know, but it costs you something to get something.
Yeah,
sometimes
it always does.
That's a decision they got to make. Yeah.
We're talking with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene. Every Sunday we go on the mound with former Philly pitcher Tommy Greene, brought to you by the John R. Elliott Hero Campaign for designated drivers. Tommy, the Philadelphia Phillies right now find themselves a game out of that third wild card spot, like you said, but you still got a lot of time left. But it's good to see. We were talking about the expression and emotion and the camaraderie. I wouldn't want to break it up. I wouldn't want to trade we were talking earlier about trading Alec Boehm for
Nolan
Arenado, and I don't want to break up that chemistry right now.
Well, I mean, there's something to be said about that, you know, about the chemistry, and if they can get on the roll, you know, you leave it alone, you know. But if they start scuffling, I mean, they're going to have to make a decision. What do they do to try to right the ship, you know, get it going in the right way, you know, that somebody in that lineup, you know, kind of gets hot. You know, if they got nobody getting hot, they might try to pull the trigger on something. You know, but they're doing stuff right now. They went through this stretch here over the past week, the 10 days, where they didn't before with the All-Star break. They were scoring like 3 runs a game. Yeah, you know, and it was. I mean, and that can cost you. And when you're going down the stretch, if you're not finding ways to push runs across and score, you know, 4 or 5 runs a game. that makes a difference. And then the pitching's got to really buckle down and stay right where they're at. They're not giving up many runs, but it gives you a chance to win those games rather than lose them. You know what I mean?
Hey, Tommy, we have a text from one of our loyal listeners here at 97.3 ESPN. Dan in Egg Harbor Township asks, Tommy Greene, is this Phillies team better than last year's team top to bottom? What do you think?
Good question.
Top to bottom. That is a real good question. Obviously, we're missing some power. I think, and you got to consider, and obviously Harper is not as physically, he's getting there, but he's the production for his long ball is not, and that's what I'm talking about a little bit too.
Yeah.
I think when they get healthy, not say, because we're not going to have Hoskins, unless he shows up right at the end of the season or right during the playoffs. I think they're just they're a step short on the offensive side, the threat side a little bit, because they haven't been the power numbers are not there. They're just a touch short, but that doesn't mean they're a bad team or worse. I think the pitching is starting to make up. They're pitching pretty consistent and doing things. Guys are getting the experience they need. Those young guys, that bullpen has stepped up and done some positive things and keeping us right there. So it's sort of equaled out. They're right there where they were last year. And what we talked about last year, it's about getting healthy at the right time. Some of their guys, we get them back. We're talking some of their pitching, and then some of your guys, we got on the DL. The young guys we're counting on, like Apache and stuff like that, and Harper getting healthy and getting out there, which allows us to move Schwarber and get him, get our defense right, which makes us a better team.
We're talking.
So those are the things that got to happen.
We're talking about former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene as we go on the mound with Tommy Greene every Sunday. Tommy, today we got two righties. If they get the game in, two righties. Lugo against our ace, Zach Wheeler, 7-4 with a 4.05 ERA. What do you look to see out of Wheeler today if they get the game in?
Wow. He's due. He's due to put a good game together, and he's had a little bit of extra rest. So hopefully that kicks him back up. With extra rest, it comes with command. Hopefully he's not too strong. That first inning is a huge thing, not throwing too many pitches in that first inning, just his command being there and getting it started like that. I'm looking for a positive thing, a little fresher Zach Wheeler.
Okay, Tommy, last week you and I spoke off the air. How you feeling, buddy? I know you had some health concerns. Everything all right?
Oh, everything's good. Yeah.
All right.
I was beat up a little bit, between the dentist and the other stuff, the rib stuff. I felt like I was rode hard, put up wet, man. Yeah.
Well, listen, man.
Everything's getting there. So hopefully I'll be able to get out on the golf course this week and test it out a little bit. We've got a big tournament I wanted to shout out at the Mid-Penn Bank Classic for breast cancer in Hershey. It's a huge, very nice, very great event for a great cause.
All right, Tommy Greene, as always, we really appreciate you, man. Hey, listen, I was driving down the alley in Ocean City, and I ran into the Summers brothers, and they said, we love the Tommy Greene segment. So thank you so much, Tommy, and we'll see you next Sunday.
You got it, pal. Looking forward to it.
All right, there he is, Tommy Greene on the Maserati, the Mainline Sports Hotline on the mound with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene is brought to you by the John R. Elliott Hero Campaign for designated drivers, reminding you not to drink and drive and to always have a designated driver. Sign up now for the 12th annual Hero Walk and Run on the Ocean City Boardwalk Sunday, October 15th. Go to herocampaign.org to register today for the Hero Campaign's biggest fundraiser and to help them prevent drunk and impaired driving. That's herocampaign.org. Hey, the first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection, professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shore to Center City and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give the Ocean City office a call at 609-399-1227. Hey, just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that's run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey to attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. All right, when we return, we'll wrap up hour number one. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein right here on 97.3 ESPN.
The 2023 Phillies baseball season is here.
Got him looking, strike three. Fastball, 97 miles per hour, dotted that outside corner. 8th strikeout of the game for Zach Wheeler.
And you can get the best Phillies coverage every day on the Sports Bash with Mike Gill.
Kimbrel looking for back-to-back saves. The pitch, got him swinging, strike three.
Can the Phillies make a return to the World Series? Tune in every day to find out and listen to what our Phillies insider Frank Close has to say. Tuesdays with the Phillies mailbag, when he answers your Phillies questions. And every day with Mike Gill on the Sports Bash on 97.3 ESPN.
1-1 pitch on the way. Swung on, lifted into right field. A flare will get down into right. Turner rounding first, going to second. He'll dive in head first safely. An RBI double for Trey Turner.
South Jersey's home for the best Philadelphia Phillies baseball coverage.
The Point is your destination for a tropical oasis at the Jersey Shore. Now with 2 locations on Bay Avenue in Summers Point and their new location at 43rd Street off the boardwalk in Sea Isle City. The Point has the best food and drink specials with their famous Tiki Bar, offering a waterfront view of the bay in Summers Point and the ocean in Sea Isle. Plus, live music is featured 7 days a week at both The Point locations. For more information, check out The Point on Facebook and visit them online at dothepoint.com.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/Be Smart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
Do the bump, do the hustle, do the funky chicken. But whatever you do, get down to Royal Farms Chicken Palooza. Right now, get a 3-piece world-famous chicken meal. White, dark, or chicken tenders with Western fries for just $6, with a portion of each chicken meal sale donated to local charities. Can you dig it? Plus, register to win world-famous chicken for a year. That's a 3-piece world-famous chicken meal with Western fries for only $6. Don't stop till you get enough. But hurry, Royal Farms Chicken Palooza is only for a limited time. So boogie on in for Royal Farms Chicken Palooza. Going on now, and it's just the way. You like it. Real fresh, real fast, Royal Farms. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Sweepstakes ends August 31st, 2023. Chicken for a year prize to be awarded as 8 $100 Royal Farms gift cards. For details and official rules, visit royalfarms.com/chicken-palooza-sweepstakes. Void where prohibited. Sponsored by Royal Farms.
The Dell Technologies Black Friday and July event has arrived with limited quantity deals on top tech to power any passion. Save on select XPS PCs and more powered by the latest Intel Core processors. Plus, get savings on select monitors and accessories, free shipping, and monthly payment options with Dell Preferred Account. Save today by calling 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL. Offered to U.S. residents by WebBank, who determines qualifications for and terms of credit.
Now, more of The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
We're broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. It's Billy Schwein, The Locker Room youth. Producer Danny Ryan and the intern Andrew Leeds in here in the studio with me. And, of course, yesterday, guys, we were riding down the alley in Ocean City, and we ran into who did we run into yesterday? Eliza Grace. We ran into Joe and Rich, right, and Pat Summers and Lisa, and they have a garage, like an old school garage where everybody just hangs out. You know, it's Saturday night.
Right? Even better than that. Nice man cave in the garage.
Yeah, man. These guys they love the Tommy Greene.
You can't beat it, really. I mean, he comes on here, former Phillies pitcher. He talks about all the insight. He's around the team a little bit too, so you know he knows what he's talking about.
All right. Also, AG, we want to send a shout out to Johnny Griner and the Griner team. His daughter Lauren at Burger Realty. We love our summer place, don't we?
Yes.
Isn't it great? Yes. All right. AG's bedroom there. It's cool, man.
AG, real quick, what's your favorite thing to do on the beach? If you had to pick one, what's your favorite thing to do? Go in the water. What do you do in the water? Just mess around? Swim.
She rides waves. She's a water rat.
Are you a body surfer? Oh, man. I was never good at that. Oh, I want to see these surfing skills.
I was
Guys,
a boogie boarding.
She will not get out of the water. She's like this man at me, Dad, come on. And like when you get older. Well, I won't. She's in the water no matter what the temperature is.
Are her fingers pickled up after pruned up?
Like we call them the prunes.
Yeah.
My mom's 102 years old. She says, I got nana fingers.
That's awesome. Yeah, I was always in the water as a kid.
Yeah,
so,
man. You can take the cold a little bit more. As you get older, the cold water is not as appealing.
Oh, yeah, I already am at that point where it's like, it stinks when it's cold. Trust me.
All right, hour one is in the books. Don't forget, we got a great text board question today. 609-403-0973 is the text board. 609-403-0973. What story is more important to the Phillies' success? Bryce Harper's power surge, Johan Rojas' electric debut, the Taiwan season turnaround with his 11th win.
Y'all got to wake up out there. Send some text. Come on.
609-403-0973. 609-403-0973. The text board question. More important to the Phillies' success, Bryce Harper's power surge, Johan Rojas' electric debut, and Taiwan Walker's season turnaround. Stick around. It's the Locker Room with Billy Schwein, the Locker Room Youth Movement, producer Danny Ryan, and the intern Andrew Leeds, right here on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN.
You haven't downloaded the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app? So go get it now to follow all the Philly sports teams at 97.3ESPN.com. Powered by First Bank of Sea Isle City.
Hey, this is Josh from 97.3 ESPN. If your air conditioning isn't keeping you cool, or if you're worried about sky-high electric bills, I recommend you call Jenkins Plumbing and Heating today about a new system from American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning or a Mitsubishi ductless system. Take advantage of financing of up to $15,000 from South Jersey Gas or Atlantic City Electric. New AC system can save you 25 to 35% on your AC bill. Call Jenkins at 609-641-6440, online at jenkinsandsons.com.
Right now at Wendy's, when you buy either Dave's single spicy chicken sandwich, medium frosty, or 10-piece nuggets, you can get another for just $1. Your dollar never tasted so good. So it's obvious what everyone will get, right?
Definitely nugs
Spicy
and
chicken
a frosty.
sandwich,
Dave's single and a frosty for me.
and a frosty. Okay, who said frosty and a frosty? Pick your obvious choice. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's, buy one, get one for $1.
Limited time only. Price of participation may vary. U.S. Wendy's, valid for item of equal or lesser value. Cannot be combined in a combo or any other offer.
Are you getting hit hard by low trade offers?
Ouch! That was a blindside.
That's a personal foul. Don't get blindsided by low trade offers. Bring any trade to Matt Platt Kia. Just because you don't see your new Kia on the lot doesn't mean you can't be driving it home tomorrow. Select from hundreds of new and certified Kias.
It's gotta be a Matt Black Kia.
Matt Platt Kia, 6211 Black Horse Pike, Egg Harbor Township, and now on Route 37 in Tom's River.
You could throw your flip-flop at a bug.
Ew, a bug, get it.
But the chances of actually hitting it
Over there.
are statistically
It's still alive.
unlikely. Good thing nature's got your back. Stem bug killers combine powerful active ingredients found in plants like lemongrass and geraniol and scientifically engineer them into effective bug-fighting formulas, safe for use as directed around people, pets, and throughout the home. Stem, rooted in nature, optimized by science.
How would someone looking for a mortgage at the Jersey Shore take a loan from a company in Detroit or North Carolina or some other far-off place? Online mortgages promise a lot but don't always deliver. First Bank of Sea Isle City knows the Jersey Shore. We are local lenders. We use local appraisers and provide in-house processing. We understand the unique obstacles of financing in Cape May County. Don't take a chance. Local banking is better. Let us guide you. First Bank of Sea Isle City.
Member FDIC.
Equal housing lender.
Hey, it's Mike Gill. Experience a culinary journey like no other at Trio North Wildwood. Chef Gus Zimmerman creates mouth-watering dishes that showcase the freshest ingredients with something for everyone, including gluten-free options so that all can indulge in the wonderful cuisine. From their juicy pork chop to their savory crab shrimp cakes, every dish is prepared with care and precision. Book your table on Resi and experience the ultimate casual fine dining experience at Trio North Wildwood, 700 New Jersey Avenue, North Wildwood. Chef-driven, quality-focused, TrioNW.com.
Sports is what we do.
You're in your car, you're in your house, you're wherever you are. You're a sports fan.
97.3 ESPN.
Because if you weren't a sports fan, you wouldn't be listening.
WENJ HD, Millville, Atlantic City, a town square media station serving all of South Jersey.
Welcome to the locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy. What's happening, buddy?
Von Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Let me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northville. Billy Schwein, my locker room youth movement producer Danny Ryan, and the intern Andrew Leeds as we sit here. Yeah, a rainy, dreary Sunday, but we need the rain. But it's like, like it was hard to get out of bed this morning, right, fellas? I mean,
I was just so cozy underneath the blanket, man. Oh,
AG didn't want to. Hey, Andrew, she said, "Daddy, I don't want to go in today." I said, "Guess what? We have to."
Yeah, it's the locker room.
It's the locker room, man. We got to get into that locker room, talk sports on a Sunday morning. We got a great question, text board question, 609-403-0973. What story is more important to the Phillies' success? Bryce Harper, and let's incorporate Schwarber's power surge last night. Johan Rojas' electric debut, or Taijuan Walker getting his 11th win at his season turnaround.
All three are great stories,
but
no
which
doubt.
is the most? And my family were all on board with the Johan Rojas story.
My thing with Rojas is when healthy, Christian Pache is doing exactly what Rojas is doing. The only difference is Rojas is a fresh face, new on the scene, and he's doing it before even getting any sort of comfortability under his belt.
He went from Double-A.
He's doing it immediately. Never even sniffed a game in Triple-A, and the fact that he's doing this, I think, is catching a lot of people off guard. And so they're hoping they get a rising prospect and a rising star here in Rojas.
And I was outnumbered last night, Andrew, with the family. They're all going, "No, it's Rojas' debut." I said, I think that's the emotional.
It's the most exciting.
It's the most exciting thing, but it's not the most important.
No.
Like Tommy Greene and I agree. You two guys say it's the power surge.
Yeah, I think it's close.
I am, and Tommy Greene and I agree it's the pitching.
Yeah,
because like he said,
Harper.
what did he say, Andrew? He said if you can't stop him from scoring, can't stop him from scoring, they're going to outscore you.
Yeah. No, that's a valid point. And I guess for me, it's like, I guess it depends how you view it, because also it's like when I think of news, it's like Taijuan Walker's been killing it for a while now. So like it's not really news to me, but I guess if you're saying what's the most important factor.
It is, but last night he gets his 11th win.
Yeah, I guess that is.
609-403-0973. What story is more important to the Phillies' success? Bryce Harper and Schwarber's power surge last night. Rojas' electric debut, or Taijuan Walker's 11th win this season turnaround. 609-403-0973. I mean, you can make an argument for the power surge and the pitching because they do go, let's face it.
Yeah.
One complements the other. But I think the emotional response would be the Rojas story.
Yeah, 100%. That's the, I thought of a good analogy as you guys were talking. That's the gift you didn't expect on Christmas.
Exactly.
That's the gift you had no idea you were getting on Christmas, but you were already excited about the two gifts you were looking forward to in the Bryce Harper bomb, the Kyle Schwarber bomb. You weren't expecting a bunt single, a great fielding play from Johan Rojas, but hey, you like it, and you'll gladly take it as your unexpected gift on Christmas, and that's what Philly fans were doing.
So with every good, there's always some bad. Nick Castellanos was combined 0 for 10.
Yeah, he's got the day off today.
10.
Philly Rob said, "Hey, you're kind of on the Stein a little bit. We're gonna give you the day off today." The Schneid.
For 10.
Yeah, I mean it's not great, but I mean it's hard for me to get too like upset or complain
been
about Nick
amazing,
Castellanos.
man.
I mean, yeah, he's an all-star.
His average plummeted to 292 from right before the All-Star break. He was at 310.
I'm not worried. I'm really not. I mean, if he's the one guy in the lineup who's been producing all year, that
Right,
now
he's actually won some games for us.
exactly, and if he's the one guy now after the whole lineup starting to click, that's not clicking, I'll take that because sooner or later he's going to turn it around.
Real quick,
you know?
how about his Billy? How'd you feel about his Scooby-Doo comment? Did you catch that?
The Scooby-Doo. No, I don't think I was.
Oh
aware of
man,
it.
let me pull this
Yeah,
up
let's
for
hear
you.
this. So explain it to me before we play it up.
Earlier in the season, at some point, I believe Castellanos, a bunch of Phillies were asked who their favorite superhero was,
And he
and
said
Nick Castellanos
Scooby-Doo?
answered Scooby-Doo. So at the All-Star weekend, a reporter went up to him and said, "Hey, you want to defend that answer a little bit? Why would you say a superhero? Like, why is
Here
he
we
your
go.
favorite superhero?"
I got the audio.
Here was his response to the reporter.
Wow.
Did you not see the people dressed as Scooby-Doo at the game the other night?
They're actually doing they're giving away, I think Nick Castellanos and his family organized some sort of thing together that they're selling Scooby-Doo shirts based off his quote.
Anything to make a buck.
Yeah, well, no,
But it goes
but
to charity, though,
he's
I
not
guess.
pocketing it. It goes to
Right,
charity. It goes to
okay.
the SPCA.
Oh, there
so
you go.
Yeah.
Scooby-Doo.
I mean, I think he's got I think he's got a valid case. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't on the Scooby-Doo superhero train before, but after he
I
gave
didn't
his
realize
reasoning,
Scooby-Doo was a superhero. I would,
Well,
if
should
you
we
would have asked me that, I would have said he was
should
a
we ask
superhero.
AG? Is AG a super
She doesn't-
Scooby-Doo?
Do you know who Scooby-Doo is? Yeah. I don't think
you
so.
better know who Scooby-Doo is.
Well, listen, the original.
What kind of dog is
Come
Scooby-Doo?
over here. What?
What kind of dog is
What kind of
Scooby-Doo?
dog is he?
Great Dane.
Is he a Great
I thought he
Dane?
was a beagle.
Let's look it up.
He's not a beagle.
What was that?
I went to go save the image of the Nick Castellanos shirt. By the way, this shirt is awesome.
He's a Great Dane. He's a Great Dane.
Wow.
Elijah
AG
Gray.
from the
Ding, ding,
top
ding,
row.
Okay,
ding,
now
ding,
wait.
ding.
Now the most important question: is Scooby-Doo a superhero?
No. You're disagreeing with
Well,
the Phillies
I
right
would-
fielder?
I mean, I never thought that Scooby-Doo would be a superhero.
I mean, Castellanos has a point. He's got a point.
He's
He's
got
a
a
talking
point. He
dog
has
who solves
powers.
mysteries and solves crime.
Well, I guess that would be in the superhero
It
category.
qualifies, right?
It qualifies.
What do you think about that, AG?
You got to talk into the mic when they're asking you questions.
Yes.
Like he doesn't have a cape on. He's not flying or have super strength, but nobody gets
does-
past him.
he
Like
does have his-
Underdog would be more of a superhero than
He does have his
Scooby-Doo.
own symbol, like a superhero. How they have the thing. He has his little.
Oh, you
dog
know what? I was
tag.
thinking of Underdog. He's a beagle, right?
I think so.
You guys ever see
I know
Underdog?
Underdog.
Do you even know who Underdog is?
Nope.
Yeah, I do. I know
Well,
that one.
It's like that
Trust me.
jingle
Wait a
you
second,
played
hold
for
on,
us
hold
a
on.
few weeks ago. What was
Yeah.
that jingle?
Mr. Ed.
Mr. Ed.
The horse, the talking
You
horse.
guys never heard of Mr. Ed? You never heard of Underdog?
Hey, I've heard of Underdog. I've heard of
He
Underdog.
Do you know what year I was born?
Hey, there
Hold
was
on, well, you're
there was
21,
actually
so,
wait a minute.
2001.
Wait a minute,
2002.
Danny. There was a live action remake of Underdog back in like the early 2000s. That's what I mostly know. about. He
Underdog,
was
I think, is a beagle.
a lemon beagle.
A lemon beagle, and he wears a cape and he solves crimes.
I mean,
Scooby-Doo's just a
But
dog. that
he can
beats-
talk. He has powers. He can
He
talk.
go Ruby Roo. That's it.
Okay, he's not the most clearest English speaker. It's not his
Actually,
native
the rest
language.
of the cast
Not
are the
his
ones.
native
Wait a second. The
language.
rest of the cast are the ones that solve the.
He
crime.
does his part.
Does he?
He helps.
he eats Scooby snacks.
I think Underdog is a better
Hmm.
description of a superhero.
You're
than-
disagreeing with our all-star?
Yeah, I am.
Wow.
I can't believe this guy.
609-403-0973 is our text board. The question is, what story is more important to the Phillies' success? Bryce Harper and Schwarber's power surge, Johan Rojas's electric debut, or Taijuan Walker's season turnaround with his 11th win? And in the last 7 games, he's 7-0 with an ERA of 1.84.
Yeah, he's been lights
Guys,
out.
lights out. Tommy Greene agreed with me. You two guys believe power surge.
I mean, maybe that's the youth side of us. You know, we like
Well,
offense. We're younger. I
My
don't know.
explanation behind the power surge was that once Bryce Harper's power gets going. That means his elbow's healthy. That means his elbow's less tender. And at that point, AG throws the mini ice cream helmet on Billy Schwein. At that point, when his elbow gets healthy like that, he can start playing the field. And when he plays the field, the dominoes fall after him. Schwarber to DH.
Right.
Doesn't have to worry about fielding and get self-conscious about that. And when that happens, all cylinders are going to be running with this team.
And
I'm
I
telling
agree
you.
with that, but you got to have like Tommy Greene said, you got to have the pitching first.
You do. And I agree with that. But it's just
609-403-0973 is the text board. 609-403-0973. What story is more important to the Phillies' success? Bryce Harper and Schwarber's power surge, Johan Rojas' electric debut, or Taijuan Walker's season turnaround 11?
And while you're at it, give your opinion on Scooby-Doo if you feel like it, about whether he's a superhero.
Speaking of Scooby-Doo, the only way I could figure out how to do this is by adding it as a logo, but I'm about to put Nick Castellanos' shirt for charity up on the screen.
And by the way, you can check us out on, go to my website, thelockerroombillyschwein.com. Scroll down, and you can see us, the YouTube channel. We're broadcasting live right there on the StreamYard, YouTube.
All right, ready? So look at the top right when I click this. It's going to be small. I'm going to try and make it bigger, but here's the shirt Nick Castellanos is selling. So it's got.
Can you make that a little bigger?
I'm trying. They give me
Danny
the small
Ryan,
logo.
The producers put it up on the on the YouTube channel.
I'm trying to make it a little bit bigger for you. See if I can drag it. But it's got his number on the back.
SD on the front.
Yeah,
him ripping it open like a Superman thing, like how Superman rips off his shirt. But it's
Danny Jackson used to do that.
Here we go. I got it bigger. Ready?
Yep.
I'm gonna add. It's uploading. I do like it though. I mean,
it's actually I'm thinking about getting it.
There we go. There it is, a little bit bigger. That's nice, man. I would like it if it said Castellanos in the back.
You like that? Scooby-Doo, right?
Scooby-Doo.
Guys, no, I'm still saying I'm sticking with underdog. He's a superhero that solves crimes by himself. He wears a cape. Scooby-Doo doesn't wear a cape.
You don't need to wear a cape. Half the superheroes get themselves in trouble wearing a cape, getting sucked up by some sort of like air tunnel, when they're flying.
Wait a minute. We got AG now agrees.
Scooby-Doo is a superhero.
Oh, from the top rope.
Why do you say that?
Because he does solve problems.
Yeah, but it's the rest of his cast.
All right, well, let's ask this.
Who's Shaggy? Who named the character?
Velma, Daphne,
yeah,
and Fred.
Daphne. They're the ones that signed to solve the crime.
Are police officers who solve crimes superheroes to you?
Yes.
Scooby-Doo's a superhero then.
Why do you say that?
Because he solves crimes.
Sometimes
you just put yourself into it.
I'm sticking with underdog.
Oh man, your logic's flawed.
These young guys, they don't know what they're talking about. 609-403-0973 is the text board. What story is more important to the Phillies' success? Bryce Harper and Schwarber's power surge, Johan Rojas' electric debut, or Taijuan Walker's season turnaround with his 11th win, who leads the National League in wins.
It's a three-way tie. I mean, he's been amazing, man.
You know what, guys? For over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark. With a friendly staff, it's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party, night in Venice. You get ready for a night in Venice. Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out their website at circleliquor.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. I was down there this week talking to Billy Andrew. He's been there for 25 years. And of course, Jason is delivering in the truck. When you get down there, tell them the Locker Room.
All my good friends over there.
They're all, it's great place down there. All right. Hey, there's a new wind blowing at Maserati, the main line. The all-new Maserati Gregale midsize SUV has officially arrived. This is a sharp car. Stop by Maserati, the main line, located in Devon, PA, just minutes away from Center City, Philadelphia, to experience it for yourself. With class-leading space, advanced driving, and technology features, the Gregale makes every journey a thrilling experience. If you're a daily commute to weekend road trips, the Maserati Gregale elevates every moment into something truly special. Test drive the all-new Gregale for yourself and experience how it makes every day exceptional. Visit them online at motml.com or give them a call at 484-804-4800. That's 484-804-4800. Ask for Michael Pileggi to schedule your test drive today. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here in the Locker Room with Billy Schwein, my Locker Room youth mover, producer Danny Ryan, and intern Andrew Leeds right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Coming up on the next edition of the Sports Bash with Mike Gill.
Hey, it's Mike Gill. Coming up on Monday's show, we'll recap the Phillies weekend against the San Diego Padres. We are getting closer to Eagles training camp and the latest news on James Harden. All that, the weekend recap and more. Mike McGarry joins me at 2:45. It's the Sports Bash Monday.
The Sports Bash, weekdays from 2 to 6 on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Grimes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions. Perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia Star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Grimes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Grimes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Hundreds of Volkswagens in stock and on sale. Hundreds of Mitsubishis, even 100 electric Pintelli golf carts in stock and on sale at Tom's River Auto Group. And not one a penny over sticker. Plus, Tom's River Auto has a Birds fan bonus. $500 off just for showing up in a team jersey, hat, socks, whatever. How easy is that? New or used, Tom's River's got plenty, but hurry. On sale, they're flying. Click Tom'sRiverAutoGroup.com.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson & Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org. CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop, opt out. Go to nomoredraftywindows.com for full offer details. Attention all homeowners. Do you know when to replace your windows? Feeling too hot or cold? It's time to replace. Fog between the glass. Time to replace. Spending too much on expensive energy that literally goes out the window? It's definitely time to replace. If you've put off replacing windows in your home because it's too expensive, here's great news. You can now get a free in-home window consultation and free price quote from Renewal by Andersen, the company with the most 5-star reviews among leading full-service window replacement companies. And right now, you can save $359 off every window and $887 off every door. Just text PLACE to 200-300 for your free consultation on top-quality affordable windows or patio doors for $0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for a year. That's right, you don't pay a dime for an entire year. Plus, save $359 off every window and $887 off every door. But hurry, these big dollar savings end this month. Text PLACE to 200-300 right now. Text the word PLACE to 200-300. Don't wait, text PLACE to 200-300.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Tom's River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schweim, my Locker Room youth movement, producer Danny Ryan, and the intern Andrew Leeds. And I want to remind people, 609-403-0973 is the text board. The question is, what story is more important to the Phillies' success? Bryce Harper and Schwarber's power surge, Johan Rojas's electric debut, or Taijuan Walker's season turnaround, league-leading 11 wins in the National League. 609-403-0973. Send us the text, and we'll get it on the air. Now, we're just talking about Scooby-Doo. For a couple of weeks, we played Mr. Red. You guys didn't know the jingle. We've got the Scooby-Doo song.
You are correct. You ready for it?
Yes.
You ready? Let's go. Got you, man. On you off the air. That says 41 million views. Well, like
it's one of the best theme songs ever.
I think this is what we should come back from break with every single time now. No more police.
It's like that, Steve. It's not gonna work.
Every hero needs this theme song, and this is Scooby-Doo.
Exactly.
You know what they were doing in the van, right?
I know what Shaggy was doing in the van. I know what he was doing.
Don't hold back.
I didn't know when I was younger, but if you watch it these days, oh, it's obvious.
I got my daughter in the studio, so it's not. Listen, I watched this when I was a kid, man. The original Scooby-Doo was on when I was a kid. You watched the live, she watched the new one.
The live one is good. It's kind of weird to see him like that.
The old live one, at least for me, is really the one with Matthew Lillard.
Yeah.
Back in the early 2000s. That was like the most perfectly cast movie of all time.
It was
Scooby-Doo. And the reason why we're talking about Scooby-Doo is because Nick Castellanos is now selling shirts because he made some news by saying that Scooby-Doo was a superhero.
Yep.
You guys happen to agree with him. I don't. My daughter does. Eliza Grace does. So, hey, he's got the Scooby-Doo shirts.
Up on the StreamYard.
Up on the
Thanks to
StreamYard. You
Danny.
can check it out. By the way, check out our website. Andrew Leeds did a great job on the website. The locker room, BillySchweim.com. What do we got going on there?
Yeah, so unfortunately, not enough Scooby-Doo content on there, but we do have some good photos. We got the articles, which includes Billy's weekly show previews and our new twice-a-week column every Tuesday and Thursday. Michael Doktorovich writes some great stuff.
Rowan Graduate with Danny Ryan.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yep. Go Profs, I suppose.
We also have our photo gallery, our photo tab.
Yep.
On the Mound with Tommy Greene segment that's
All
posted
the
every
Beach
week.
Patrol report
the
every
Beach
week.
Patrol report.
And then if you scroll down, you can even watch the live streams as they air.
Of course, our advertisers are on there, right? We have our
a lot of great
advertisers on there.
advertisers.
And if you see our advertiser, for instance, Kessel's Corner, advertiser, if you hit it, it goes right to their menu.
Yeah.
Yep, goes right to their website. Sometimes it'll say click here to learn more, but if
Uncle
not,
Bill's
then,
Pancake House.
Yeah, you just click on the
Blitz's
logo.
Markets. Randazzo's.
Randazzo's Pizza.
By the way, Randazzo's, let me just say, I want to send out a shout out to Marianne, Joe, Young Joe, Sylvia, Jack. We were talking about this yesterday. Guys, not only is the food good, it's a family atmosphere, and they care about people. They do a great business. We go down there often, right, AG? We're down at Randazzo's. Great. And I want to say for all our advertisers, Tom Jackson, Joe Lenigan, Mark Grimes, Maserati, the main line. It's just we have some great people that sponsor us and keep us on the air. Circle Liquor Store, Tom's River Auto Group Studios,
the
Hero Foundation.
We got a lot.
We got a lot of them.
Pensauken Rehab.
Pensauken Spine and Rehab. We just want to thank them all for keeping us on the air.
And if you're hearing this too, and you have any interest in being an advertiser on the website,
feel free to contact
us.
All right, guys. The story was out yesterday. I just want to get your the youth movement's opinion. Why do you think the attendance is up? The attendance is up 11,000 per game.
You know, I think it's kind of similar to what you were saying last week when it comes to all-star selections, how normally the year after, that's when it kind of tends to show how Bryce Harper, he wasn't an all-stars MVP year, but he was voted the year after.
Right.
I think it's a kind of a thing where like last year, obviously, it was such an amazing year. So the year after, it's got that momentum.
So because they were in the World Series, everybody, I think it's also because of we brought Trey Turner in.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the acquisition of him, the Philadelphia Philly, we always say that this is a football town, but I think it's a winning town. Like when you win, they come out. Look at the fly.
Yeah.
Like Mike Doktorovich wrote an article on our website about how the Union has surpassed the Flyers in popularity.
Yeah,
only
you could
because
argue
they
it.
stink. As soon as that pendulum swings back,
Yeah.
people will be in the Flyers camp. I
Yeah, I mean,
guarantee
look at the
it.
Sixers. I mean, during the process years, they were bottom of the league in attendance.
Right.
And nowadays, they're pretty consistently top 5, top 6 every year. And that's just, they're not even, they haven't won a
The
championship.
Philadelphia Phillies average 39,588 fans a game. That's up 11,000 compared to this time last year. It's a 40% jump, 41% jump.
Yeah, it's insanely impressive. I mean, and yeah, you just got a team that seems like they're ready to compete. They're ready to win. They have been winning. And now, it's time to see it. Like, last year, I wouldn't have loved to go to a 95-degree 1:00 game for a team that's, losing more than they're winning.
Right. You're just not going to do it. Guys, let's talk about the Philadelphia 76ers real quick because It's kind of we're like in a period of time where we feel like we're like a stalemate, if you will.
Yeah.
Harden's asked, well, he's requested. He hasn't demanded. So give me the definition. What's the difference between request and demand?
Well, I've heard some reports saying that he is standing pat and he is essentially demanding he will not accept staying in Philadelphia.
We've heard he's just requesting.
I think what's happening is he is still making it clear that he would prefer to be traded. I don't think it's yet reached a demand, but
he has made it clear that he wants to go to the Clippers. That's for sure.
he hasn't.
Well, he wants to play at home. He wants to go. He's from Southern California.
He's just made his request still known and known that it's not gone away, that he requests to not be a Sixer anymore.
609-403-0973 is our text board number. What story is more important to the Phillies' success? Bryce Harper and Schwarber's power surge, Johan Rojas' electric debut, or Taijuan Walker's season turnaround. His 11th win leads the National League with 11 wins, tied with Strider from Atlanta and Zach Gallen of Arizona.
You know what, Billy? We might as well throw in a fun question there, too. If you're listening out there, if you have any interest in texting in, but you don't know too much about sports, text in about this. Do you think Scooby-Doo is a superhero? Come on. Do you think he is?
Okay. 609-403.
Billy's outnumbered. Somebody help him here.
0973. 609-403-0973. Guys, I mean, there's so much rumors going out there. Like Josh was saying yesterday in the program, you can't really decipher what's true and what's not true.
No,
with all the rumors going on, we don't know. Obviously, they're not going to tip their hand, but the Sixers are limited in what they can do.
Yeah, because, James Harden, he's not where he was even 3 years ago in terms of value. So it's like you want to get something in return for him that will help you, but also at the same time, not only is he old and not have that much value, but the Sixers don't really have leverage in this situation. I mean, they do in the sense
they don't have a first-round draft choice till 29.
Yeah.
I mean, and not only that,
and that's because of Harden.
Right. Now, people say Daryl Morey's a great general manager. We were talking a couple weeks ago, or was it last week, about like his persona, I guess, or his reputation as a general manager. Hasn't won anything yet. Guys.
Great is a strong word. He is a smart general manager to me.
Because he was able to facilitate Ben Simmons out of town.
He also
for
fixed
James
the Al
Harden.
Horford.
Is that all right?
Also got rid of the Al Horford contract. No, he got rid of Al Horford.
That was good.
Yeah, and he got rid of the Josh Richardson contract, which wasn't as bad, but it still brought in Danny Green. It brought in Seth Curry, which was amazing.
You know what my brother said? Curry. We had Curry. Who was in the bench? Danny Green. And who else?
Oh, no, in the trade, it was Andre Drummond, Seth Curry.
And Ben Simmons.
And Ben Simmons.
And picks.
I didn't want to lose Curry.
I love Curry. And he was a free agent, so I would have loved to get him back this year, but he went to the Mavericks to join with Kyrie, and that had case. So
I mean, guess what? I think I like that team, but except for Ben Simmons.
Yeah, I mean, that team pretty much was without Ben Simmons anyway. I mean, that whole season he wasn't playing. And I remember somebody pointed out recently that the team was thriving before the Harden trade without Ben. I mean, they were like 18-12, 18-8, like the number one seed in the league. Like,
my thing is, obviously, like a lot of the Philadelphia 76ers teams that show success, they have some sort of sharpshooter they can rely on at all times. And you had that with JJ Redick when they started to get good. You had it with Seth Curry. Even back in the day, you had it with Kyle Korver for a little bit. And so you need that guy that can really just be a sniper from deep and be able to rely on a three, because if you're thinking about it, who are you going to in a big game moment? If you need a 3-point shot, you're down, let's just say 5 points. You need a 3 with 30 seconds left. You're not going to James Harden. You're forced to, but do you really want to go to James Harden or Tyrese Maxey? No. You want somebody who purely shoots the 3.
I mean, even Danny Green was an option. I mean, he wasn't the most, because that's why when we traded Seth Curry, I was really hoping we could get away with trading Green instead. I love Danny Green, but was never the most consistent player.
We all know the adage: you got to give up something to get something. Tommy Greene even alluded to that, talking about a Phillies bringing somebody in. You're gonna have to give up somebody.
Yeah.
I get it, but it's just that this team is just there. I don't know. What's the word to describe where they are right now?
Just kind of in like
stuck
limbo.
in the
middle, in limbo, in purgatory. I mean,
purgatory.
They're on third and they are on 3rd and 40 right now, trying to get a Hail Mary pass.
4th and 26.
Yeah,
Fred X.
Yeah. We need a Fred X.
Freddie Mitchell, please save us.
4th and 26.
It's possible. We've seen it happen before, but
609-403-0973 is the text board. What story is more important to the Phillies' success? Bryce Harper and Schwarber's power surge, Johan Rojas' electric debut, Taijuan Walker's season turnaround, 11th win.
And the secret fourth option, do you think Scooby-Doo is a superhero?
Scooby-Doo is a superhero because Nick Castellanos believes he is.
He's adamant about it. He's defended. He not only has answered that, he's defended his answer, and he gave some pretty good. You
think he had a good response to that?
Honestly, yeah. Before that response, I didn't think I would have disagreed with him, but you know what? He gave me all the things I needed.
love how he responded to. Well, he's a dog who can talk.
Somebody said how Nick Castellanos somehow treats every question as if it's the dumbest thing he's ever heard.
Exactly.
But then he gives a super insightful answer.
But remember, he did piss off the fans with his reaction to in the beginning when he first got here, and he wasn't playing well.
And he went off on that reporter.
He went off on that reporter.
Yeah.
All right. For over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark. The friendly staff. It's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party. Night in Venice is coming up. You got to prepare for that. Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out the website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's Circle Liquor Store in Summers Point, New Jersey. All right, when we return, we'll continue more here in the locker room with Billy Schwein, the Locker Room Youth Movement, producer Danny Ryan, and the intern Andrew Leeds right here on 97.3 ESPN.
You haven't downloaded the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app? Well, go get it now to follow all the Philly sports teams at 97.3ESPN.com. Powered by First Bank of Sea Isle City.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free Train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Calling again, again and again. Calling again, again and again.
The Point is your destination for a tropical oasis at the Jersey Shore. Now with 2 locations on Bay Avenue in Summers Point and their new location at 43rd Street off the boardwalk in Sea Isle City. The Point has the best food and drink specials with their famous tiki bar, offering a waterfront view of the bay in Summers Point and the ocean in Sea Isle. Plus, live music is featured 7 days a week at both The Point locations. For more information, check out The Point on Facebook and visit them online at dothepoint.com.
Do you want to get in shape and feel great and look better on the beach? At Local Gym and Fitness, located at 908 Asbury Avenue, you can accomplish your goal. 4 local guys with a passion and experience in fitness wanted to open a gym that delivers a quality, hospitable, clean, and friendly environment. Don't be intimidated. Be a local. Local Gym has the best equipment around with 4 fully loaded Olympic and CrossFit platforms, Jacob's ladders, Stairmasters, bikes, and ergs. Local Gym and Fitness provides quality trainers to lend their expertise with all your training needs. They're open 7 days a week. Memberships are affordable. So be a local at Local Gym and Fitness. Call them today at 609-545-8732 or go online at localgymandfitness.com. I'll see you there.
Hey, let's get out of here. With Audible, we could root for a lone astronaut as he tries to save Earth from disaster. Maybe go for a run with the founder of the world's biggest sneaker brand. We could get the tea on the real-life media mogul succession drama. Or find out what life is really like for an Oscar-winning actress. I mean, with Audible, we could go anywhere. There's more to imagine when we listen. Hear the latest audiobooks, podcasts, and originals at audible.com.
We're going abroad for the first time in years. To Spain. So we started using Babbel.
And started learning Spanish fast.
With Babbel, you can start having conversations in another language in just 3 weeks.
¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas?
When you learn a language,
Spanish. Gracias, Babbel.
Babbel, language for life. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's BABBEL.com.
Now, more of The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live with the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, the Locker Room youth movement producer, Danny Ryan, and the intern Andrew Leeds here on a rainy Sunday. People are having a hard time getting out of bed today.
I did. Trust. I'm so thankful I live 15 minutes away from the studio. I slept until 9:15.
AG, did you have a hard time getting out of bed?
She's like, of course, every morning
This
I do.
girl's up. Listen, she doesn't sleep. She's up at like 7 o'clock. No matter what time she goes to bed, she's up at 7
That
a.m.
could never be me. That could never be me.
609-403-0973 is the text board. We have a question. Text board question today. What story is more important to the Phillies' success last night moving forward? Bryce Harper and Schwarber's power surge, Johan Rojas's electric debut, or Taijuan Walker's season turnaround and his 11th win, which leads the National League, tie with Strider and Gallen of Arizona. Strider of the Braves, Gallen of Arizona, three-way tie, 11 wins in the National League.
And we do have a text in from one of our loyal listeners, or at least one of our fans texting in. Did not send his name, his or her name. So if you are hearing this, make sure you send your name in. But this person says Bryce Harper's power surge is more important because him at his best is what is needed for the Phillies to compete. But Rojas looked impressive. Then he or she followed up with, also, Scooby-Doo is 100% a superhero.
There we go.
100%, no doubt.
See that? I think Underdog is more of a superhero.
You're
than
outnumbered
Scooby-Doo.
5-1 right now, Billy.
Oh, we got another text, too, and I like this one. When does the Locker Room get a weekly show? It's time. I like that one.
Well,
they're just rolling in. We got another one here. Everyone's waking up.
They're all
Oh,
waking
my
up
goodness. It's
out of
Friday,
that
11:30.
rainy slumber.
Oh, man. Justin Locke, actually, my buddy from Rowan, said that
Okay.
Scooby-Doo is 100% a superhero.
No way.
And then Jimmy from the Villas said, when does the Locker Room get a weekly show?
How about that?
Or during the week, obviously.
609-403-0973 is the text board. The question is, our text board question is, what story is more important to the Phillies' success? Bryce Harper and Schwarber's power surge, Johan Rojas's electric debut last night, or Taijuan Walker's season turnaround? 609-403-0973.
They're all good options. They're
Gotta
all
pick
great
one.
options. You got to pick one.
I am in the camp of Taiwan pitching. Taijuan Walker, 11-3. His last 7 games, he's 7-0. He established this earlier. I mean, this is outstanding.
And I think his emergence, too, and his turnaround is so much more important because of the struggles that Nola's having, and even Wheeler. Wheeler has a 4 ERA right now.
Right.
And that's not like him. I mean, he usually sits low 3s, or if he's good enough that year, high 2s. But he's at a 4 right now. So him to be able to do that with those guys slacking, that's huge.
Right now in the wild card race, Miami at 53-41, Arizona, and this is for the wild card spots.
Mm-hmm.
Miami, Arizona, San Francisco. Then the Phillies are just one game back of the third slot where San Francisco is. So they're right there.
Yeah.
They're neck and neck.
One game back, right?
One game back.
Yeah. Listen, they're getting hot. They're 8 games above 500. We would have begged for that about a month ago to be sitting here and say, wow, the Phillies are 8 games above 500. We're always going to look to be better. We're always going to look to be, having a 5-game lead in the wild card. But I like how we're sitting pretty right where we are, 8 games above 5.
How about the Atlanta Braves? 61-30.
That's why I said to Tommy, too. I said, typically with this team fully clicking, they would be competing for the division if it weren't for the juggernaut Braves. They lost 2 games in the month of June. Who does that?
Unbelievable.
Who does that?
Unbelievable.
609-403-0973. What story is more important to the Phillies' success? The text board is 609-403-0973. Bryce Harper's power surge, Johan Rojas's electric debut, or Taijuan Walker's season turnaround 11th win.
Speaking of Taijuan Walker, we have a Mets fan chiming in.
Okay.
This is Lawrence from Dover, Delaware, saying he's a huge Mets fan, but if he had to pick, Taijuan Walker's pitching is everything.
Absolutely. What a pickup.
Yeah.
There you go.
I mean,
And it was looking like a horrible pickup
right
in the beginning of the year. I mean, like I said, high 5 ERA, close to 6.
Yeah, and that is thank you, Mets fan, for Taijuan Walker. He's been great for us. Thank you, Mets. Thank you.
And
by the
Zach
way,
Wheeler.
So yesterday, Mr. Met, Jeff Dowling, calls in. Okay, he's the one that sings the Mets song. He bet me on the air yesterday. See, I owe him. So every time the Mets and the Phillies play, a series. We bet the series. Whoever wins the series has to buy lunch. I'm down. I owe him one lunch right now.
Okay.
So then he calls in yesterday, and we said, all right, let's do this. Let's scrap that idea. Whoever he thinks the Mets will finish higher than the Phillies in the standings. And I said, well, if that happens, you can come and sit here with me for the whole 2 hours.
He can do that for
he bet me on the air.
You can. I mean, if they do that, if they finish with a better record than the Phillies,
They got no shot.
He can sit there for the rest of the year with you in studio because it ain't gonna happen. They're a dumpster fire right now.
Did you see last night?
Yeah, I did not see last night.
Oh my God, last night
What
there were a couple just boneheaded
Oh.
plays. No way to put. I mean, there was
Yeah.
a pop fly they showed on the TV earlier.
Brett Beatty, right?
There's a
They
po-
did
I
that.
think
Remember the last 2 games against the Phillies, 2 consecutive games where they made critical errors that lost the game.
the game with the play that I'm talking about yesterday was first off, there was just an error from I think the shortstop to first or something. They're trying to do double play, turn to. It should have been an easy double play that they bobbled it and then brought in the run to give the Dodgers the lead. And then the top of the 9th, there's a pop fly
to third base, right?
to third base. There's a pop fly to third base where the third baseman just couldn't track it. It ended up falling fair for a hit that drove in a run that gave the Dodgers
Lost it in the
3-1
lights.
lead.
Okay, well,
It was terrible. He
I
went
don't
on
feel
the
sorry
foul
for the
line.
Mets, but if he
Yeah.
wants to bet me, that's it.
No offense, Lawrence from Dover, Delaware, but the Mets are a dumpster fire right now, and you know that. He knows that.
609-403-0973 is our text board number. The text board question is, what story is more important to the Phillies' success? Bryce Harper's power surge, Yohan Rojas' electric debut, or Taijuan Walker's season turnaround, 11th win that leads the National League, tied with Gallen and
Spencer Strider, the quad man.
Yeah. 609-403-0973.
Not notable to Philly sports, but 2 things just happened in the NBA. So the Phoenix Suns traded guard Cameron Payne to the San Antonio Spurs for a 2nd-round pick and cash. They get rid of a role player, but then immediately they signed free agent forward center Bol, son of Manute Bol, to a 1-year deal with the Phoenix Suns. He had his best season this past year, and the Suns in that campaign deal are acquiring 3 future 2nd-round picks from Orlando for a future 2026 first-round pick swap.
Dang. Bol, man. What a legend.
What a legend.
609-403-0973 is the text board. The question is, what story is more important to the Phillies' success? Bryce Harper's power surge, Yohan Rojas' electric debut, or Taijuan Walker's season turnaround, 11th win? 609-403-0973.
Billy, can I make a quick point about the Sixers and the NBA real
Absolutely.
quick? I mean, we got to talk about the bearded one. We got to talk about James Harden.
Well, we started talking about it a little bit.
Yeah. And I mentioned it a little bit off the air, but, James Harden, just putting all of the personal stuff aside, whether or not he likes the nightlife, whether or not he likes the LA weather or, even the Houston weather. I don't care about that. As a player, and we've talked about his, lack of craving to win and lack of desire to win. As a player, what makes you what makes him in his right mind look at the Philadelphia 76ers roster with the stars he has and Joel Embiid, who can be hurt at times, but
when you say stars, plural, who
I mean, Max, he's going to be there soon. And he averaged
not a star
he
yet.
averaged over 20 points per game.
Right.
He's not a superstar. I say he's a star.
All right.
At age 22,
I'll
but
give that to you.
anyways, what makes him in his right mind look at the Sixers roster with the health they've had over the past 2 years compared to the Clippers roster with Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, who, keep in mind, Paul George, he only played 56 games last season.
And he's up there in age. He's got to be how old?
33.
33.
And Kawhi Leonard played 52. Now, Andrew made a good point off the air, too. The whole reason he wanted out of Brooklyn was he didn't want to deal with Kyrie Irving not playing and having to handle the load and Kevin Durant getting hurt. What's going to happen if he goes to Los Angeles and the Clippers? Keep in mind, too, let's say
he just wants to play at home, number one. Number two, I mean, he's in the twilight of his career, so he wants to go home and play. I don't think he cares about what their roster looks like.
And it's disappointing to see that, but at the same time, think about it. If Paul George and Kawhi Leonard go down, you're going to have, if you're the Clippers, you're going to have to give majority of your decent role players to the Sixers in order to pick up James Harden. If they go down, who is he playing with? Guys on veteran minimum contracts? Is he going to like that?
Much. There's not much in LA.
And if that happens, and let's just say if that happens, they go down, he's going to look back at what he had in Philadelphia, and he's going to be sorry, man.
I don't think he cares. I think he cares about the almighty
Well, he should
dollar.
start caring.
The
I mean, come
almighty
on.
dollar.
I mean, it doesn't matter. He took that player option, so no matter what, he's making the money. Why does he care if it's in Philly or LA? I guess he just wants the better weather, the better nightlife.
Well, like you said, he wants to go home. 609-403-0973. Our text board question is, what story is more important to the Phillies' success? Bryce Harper's power surge, and let's throw Schwarber in there. And then also Johan Rojas' electric debut or Taijuan Walker's season turnaround, 11th win, and he's leading the league in wins, National League.
Kyle Schwarber's been huge, though, I will say. I know what you mentioned. We also want to throw him in the power surge conversation, but yesterday, 2 home runs in the doubleheader. He officially has 24 on the season. He's getting up there in the average. He's at 189 now, so almost at 190.
I feel like that's where he was last week. I feel like it's like gone down and gone back up.
When he cracks the Mendoza line, and continues to move up a little bit, I'll feel more comfortable about it.
He'll
But
do
at
it soon.
189, I mean, look, he's got 24 home runs. I
Yep.
get it.
He'll do it soon, though.
But when he does start doing it, the Phillies will, obviously, if they're clicking on all cylinders.
And what's going to have to happen for them to do that? What's going to have to happen for him to get over the Mendoza line? Remove the fielding aspect from it and let
put
him
him in
focus
DH
on
role.
just one side of the baseball, one side of the diamond. And that'll happen soon. I mean, hey, next weekend is the return date, not the set return date, but they're aiming for end of next weekend for Bryce Harper to play first. So
For over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away. It's a landmark. But a friendly staff is no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the locker room with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party, preparing for night in Venice. Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out their website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. They do deliver. That's Circle Liquor Store in Summers Point, New Jersey. Just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey to attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. All right, when we return, we'll wrap it up. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein and the Locker Room Youth Movement right here on 97.3 ESPN.
This week on Sunday Night Baseball.
Way back, on its way. Shohei Ohtani wasting no time.
It's a showdown in the American League West. Shohei Ohtani and the Los Angeles Angels go head-to-head with Jose Abreu and the Houston Astros. The Angels and Astros on Sunday Night Baseball. Coverage begins at 6 Eastern on ESPN Radio.
This is the play-by-play home of Sunday Night Baseball, exclusively on 97.3 ESPN FM.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, their number.
You're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Red Dazzle's Pizza, there's one right nearby. Red Dazzle's Pizza, Red Dazzle's Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Red Dazzle's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Red Dazzle's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/BeSmart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
If this were a Reese's TV ad, you'd be staring at a Reese's peanut butter cup.
And sure, my voice is peanut buttery smooth, but still, you need to see the peanut butter cups, right? No? I can really just say Reese's and you'll go get some? Okay. Reese's. 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 Really working, actually. Reese's. Reese's. I'm on to something. Reese's. Reese's. Reese's.
Why would someone looking for a mortgage at the Jersey Shore take a loan from a company in Detroit or North Carolina or some other far-off place? Online mortgages promise a lot but don't always deliver. First Bank of Sea Isle City knows the Jersey Shore. We are local lenders. We use local appraisers and provide in-house processing. We understand the unique obstacles of financing in Cape May County. Don't take a chance. Local banking is better. Let us guide you. First Bank of Sea Isle City.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You're listening to Wine on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcast live right here at the Tom's River Auto Group studio in Northfield. On the locker room, Danny Ryan, Intern, Leeds. And we remind people, get down to Blitz's Market on 21st and Asbury Avenue for the 12 liquid sunshine. If you mention the locker room, you get $1 off. It's $4.99. You mention the locker room, it's $3.99. Of course, AG, we stop down there all the time and see David Jones, don't we? Yeah, we do. All right, that's Blitz's Market, 21st and Asbury. Get down there, get your liquid sunshine. Mention the locker room, you get it for $1 off.
I'm going to have to do that eventually.
I'm telling you, it's great.
I'm going to walk in there and be like, wait, aren't you the producer? I'm like, hey, $1 off. They told me to say the locker room.
Also, want to send a shout out to the Johnny Griner, the Griner Group. Johnny and Lauren, his daughter, Berger Realty, hooked Eliza Grace and I up with our nice rental here in Ocean City. We're having a great time, great summer. And, just thanks for that. Great job.
Yeah. You guys are going to have a busy day after the show, apparently.
She's talked me into taking her to the Little Mermaid. Thanks a lot, Andrew.
Yeah, Andrew really set you up for that. He looked at the showtime.
I want to leave did we leave anything out today? Anything? Well, we did. Let's talk about Tawani from the Angels.
Ohtani, yeah.
Ohtani.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you lose the best player in the world right now?
We'd be mid like the Angels are.
Could you imagine?
It's insane. They have two of the best players ever.
And they're not like.
I mean, you can't win just
show
two
you baseball's a total team game.
Trout's obviously hurt right now after getting hit in his hand, right?
Broke the wrist, right?
Yeah, but Ohtani's still there. He only had that blister before the All-Star break, and they're one game below 500, 5 back in the wild card standing, 8 back in the AL West.
But they're going to lose him.
It's still salvageable. Like they have to make a decision quick because it's July 16th. The deadline's on August 1st.
They can afford. I mean, let's face it. There's a luxury tax in Major League Baseball, so they can go over it. The question is, do they have the money?
I don't think they do because it's a big market in Los Angeles, but they're in Anaheim. So I don't know if they have the type of money to go over the luxury tax. They're not the Dodgers.
Yeah, they're the second LA team.
And they
it's the Clippers are not as valuable.
Well, they're in the middle of it. When it comes to attendance, they're in the middle of the pack. Looking at the overall attendance is up. The only decline in attendance was the Milwaukee Brewers, Washington Nationals, San Francisco Giants, Boston Red Sox, Detroit Tigers, Colorado Rockies, and the Chicago White Sox. Everybody else, had increases.
Really,
and it's up overall in Major League Baseball.
There was a report on MLB Network a few days ago, and I don't want to get all excited now or whatever, but there was a report that the Phillies were a team to watch for the Shohei Ohtani sweepstakes for half-year rental.
Don't get me excited.
I'm just saying.
That's one player I would.
John Heyman said it on MLB Network.
I would probably trade almost anything.
Remember, Middleton say they're willing to spend crazy money,
and they brought on an additional business partner for the team
right
in the middle of the season or the beginning of the season, really. And everyone thought it was because they were going to go after Ohtani in the off season. They might be going after Ohtani and trying to pay
money.
him.
Hey, speaking of just the Phillies rumors bringing somebody in, how about Juan Soto?
Yes,
There's a lot of rumors that the Phillies
Well,
might
the
be
Padres had been rumored to have some dissensions, a lot of dysfunction, some dissension in the locker room.
He's an impending free agent too, isn't he?
Not yet.
But is he one of the reasons why there's dissension in the locker room?
I mean, either way, there's dissension.
Maybe he should. But if he came by he played with Trey Turner. He played with Bryce Harper.
Kyle Schwarber
for half a season.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, they're all familiar with him. Look, this is the kind of team that anybody comes in, they'd be the underdog. They wouldn't be the star. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Trey Turner going to turn it around?
I think he will. He's not going to finish the season with like a 300 batting average, but I said it to my friend the other day.
So if he can get up to like 265, 268,
I'm looking for a 275.
Yeah, that's
what I want.
acceptable. That's definitely
and stop making dumb plays in the field. He's not used to. I mean, his MO is not making
that behind the back pass to second base yesterday it was probably the smart play, because if not, he would have had to throw against his body. Sosa just wasn't able to get it at second base cleanly.
Right, but then he gets picked off at first base.
Yeah.
I mean, they had a first and third right there.
Yeah, it's the small things with him right now. It's just he doesn't look, and you saw it last year with Castellanos. Now he's an all-star. So that's why I'm not too worried. I think he'll finish around the 270, 275 area. But, if he could really get going, I mean, I'm telling you, Billy, this team would be unstoppable. We know that.
Yeah.
By the way,
let alone if you plug in a guy like Soto or Ohtani, obviously. I mean,
to your point about Soto being a free agent, he's 24 right now, has one more year of arbitration left, his fourth year of arbitration. He'll be a free agent after next season.
Oh, all right. Yeah. So, I mean, it's still something to look out for, I think. But I think it's more realistic than Ohtani. But
I mean, bringing Trey Turner in was like, I thought would solidify this team. Obviously, they have not played up to their expectations or their ability.
And we also didn't know Reese was going to go down.
But it is a long season. Right. We didn't know Reese was and obviously we've missed his offensive power. 30 home runs.
Right
you take 30 home runs from the right side out of the lineup, and his leadership, because he is Philadelphia. I mean, he comes up through the minor. He came up through our system.
Longest tenured Philly on the
Longest
team.
tenured Philly on the team.
It's crazy. I mean, I would like him back, but to a text we had earlier.
I would love to have Shohei
Ohtani. The thing is, like, if
when
you're
I
the
say
Angels,
Showtime,
we're about to wrap up here soon. But if you're the Angels, you can't even get true value for him unless the other team negotiates a contract extension with him before they trade for him. That's the only way a team's going to give you the full package Ohtani deserves.
Hey guys, we're going to have a locker room boat in the Night in Venice parade.
You told me about that. I'm sad.
We're
I can't
strecking it out.
Well, yeah, you might be a part of it on that. We're still waiting to see if we have a former Eagle on the boat. If that happens,
okay,
there'll be limited space, but we'll stay tuned for that.
I'm excited.
I'm all excited.
I'm excited to hear about
July 29th.
July 29th. All right.
Great show today, Youth Movement. Producer
Thank
Danny
you,
Ryan, the intern Andrew Leeds. As always, great job. Thanks for making the locker room part of your Sunday.
Because
nothing could be finer than talking sports with the Schweiner. The Phillies, we'll see if we can get that game in today. Zach Wheeler on the hill. I'll be back here at it next Saturday and Sunday right here in the locker room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the mobile app.
The preceding program was paid for by The Locker Room with Billy Schwein.
South Jersey business owners.